Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Ford Motor Company. They lost about 400 dealers from their EV program. Now this comes to us thanks to an article by Peter Johnson on Electrek. Lich. Good website name. You know exactly what they're about. Now specifically, they said that Ford loses 400 participants from its EV dealer program. Scrolling down the article, this is after they asked dealers to join its quote. Oh, this is marketing is a funny thing. This is how Ford described their EV transformation. Which again, not to say I called it. Well, usually I don't. Well, sometimes I do like to say I called it. But in terms of EV adoption rates in the United States, they precipitously declined by a lot. Now, people are still buying more EVs, don't get me wrong, but the adoption rate is decreasing. So the rate at which people are adopting it is decreasing as well. You look at the biggest category where people are starting to look at is hybrids, which I still don't recommend personally because, well, personally I like to have a little car that'll last, about a quarter century to a million miles, which you can get with a good old-fashioned internal combustion engine and Japanese engineering. Try a little Honda Civic Si. And truth be told, I love having a 3 pedals. Cannot beat manual transmission. It is the best experience bar none, but I partially digress. Back to this particular statement, Ford, they describe their transition as, quote, on an epic journey to sustainable expansion, unquote. Yeah, not so much sustainable, well, at least for the environment, because, again, lithium, well, and it's also how you charge it. And how do you recycle that big, heavy, dangerous product? You have to destroy most of the product, you say. Some companies like GM are making it an integral structural component of the vehicle, you say. Oh yeah, that means it's disposable and garbage. Not good for the environment, but that's just me. And a little bit of modicum of intelligence. Now, they also say that Ford revealed over 2/3 of its dealers joined almost a year ago. However, close to 400 dealers had dropped out of the program since then. Ford asked their dealership networks to become part of the automaker's, quote, revolutionary EV transformation last year ago. In December, CEO Jim Farley revealed that 1,920 dealers joined the program. Of those, 1,659 dealers chose the higher, quote-unquote, elite tier. Sounds fancy. Must be good, right? Now, the other 261 went with the certified tier. The lower level requires... Jeez Louise. Again, folks, this is the lower level. This lower level requires a $500,000 initial investment and includes repair and maintenance and one public DC fast charger. Wow. For around $1 million, dealerships could opt into the higher elite tier, which includes an additional fast charger, demo units, rapid replenishment, and the presence on Ford.com. Really? That's it? If anything, Ford should be pumping out demo units left and right to get consumers get their hands on the technology so they can experience and presumably buy it, or more realistically, buy something else. But yeah, if you go to $1 million, they'll give you a couple demo units. I mean, all the manufacturers it's not like they give them free cars. But I mean, you're talking about giving cars at cost just for, specifically for demos. There's special programs for all that types of things. Now, let's see here. They also know that the Automotive News reported last week, they revealed, or a couple weeks ago, that Ford would ease the EV dealership requirements following the quote-unquote change of the market. Hashtag called it. They know that the program has been met with its fair share of criticism. Last week, Illinois State Motor Vehicle Board handed Ford's dealers a victory after 26 of them argued that the company's EV program violated state laws. The changes include fewer L2 chargers with extended installation deadline. Dealer training will also be cut in half to around $20,000. Ouch. So this is for my IT company, there are certain manufacturers you have to have certifications for, which I think is a good intention. Granted, we know what the road hell is paved with, but in terms of learning new products, you don't know the bells and whistles, you want to know what's the best use case for this particular feature. I think that's a good thing. And truth be told, my team and I, we get certifications. I do find it there's a little bit of a disdain when they start to charge you for certifications. A couple $100. Okay, maybe they're trying to break even. Maybe they want to try to mitigate their costs so they can pay their trainers. But some of these certifications cost thousands of dollars, where it's just become another profit arm for that business. And some of them require you to have those certifications in order to sell, maintain, facilitate those product solutions. So it'd be interesting to see. Some of these Ford dealers, they want to charge $20,000 for training. Now, a spokesperson from the company also told Electrek last week that changes, quote, related to the changes in the market, not a result of the Illinois outcome. Ford said that they would appeal the decision, and, quote, Ford stands by its voluntarily Model E program, unquote. Quote, the program is designed to ensure that Ford and its dealers provide EV customers with a class-leading experience. Now, the news comes after Ford said it would ease restrictions in January, including allowing dealers to change tiers or opt out, which is another controversy. Now, some of the manufacturers are actually forcing the dealers to actually adopt the EVs, or they'll withdraw their franchise, or they will not get any allocation. And again, some of these dealers, I believe some of the Cadillac dealers, they also have similar tiers where some of the reinvestments to actually get the new equipment required to facilitate the vehicle, to actually repair the vehicle. I mean, it's not cheap change. It's not like it's 10 to 20, 30 grand. We're talking hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in some cases. Because again, it's a whole new technology. I understand the price associated because, again, you're transitioning from a car company to an EV company to a technology company. But that's no prepay. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I have much sympathy for dealerships either. Lord knows they've made a copious amount of profits past 48 months. Well, 36 months especially. Now, according to a report, nearly 400 dealers have dropped out of the Ford's EV sales program since December. They also noted that to keep up with Tesla and other direct-to-consumer rivals, Ford will create, quote, retail replenishment centers, unquote, where certified elite dealers can replenish stock. Ford said that the changes will help cut costs around and are, quote, designed to improve the speed and efficiencies in which dealers and therefore customers can receive their EVs, unquote. Let's see here. This is Electrek's also noted that, quote, that the CEO of Ford said that rivals like Tesla have about a $2,000 advantage due to the direct-to-sales business model and insisted that the company need to lower the cost to compete. Which is why they just gave, $9 billion more to the United Auto Workers to assemble their vehicles, which come with mismatching seats and headlights. Paid the most, but performs the least. Some might say that's a perfect metaphor for the unions. But nevertheless, to have this huge rollout, to force your dealerships to pay thousands, millions of dollars, and then now to backtrack and to admit, oh yeah, we might have been a little bit wrong, that's not making the dealerships happy. It's not making the consumers happy. And that whole relationship, that whole instance of forcing all these dealerships to do all that, well, Ford, that's got to be the business blunder of the day. Again, thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Don't forget to take time to subscribe. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December. So if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to let me know what things I should try to work on and improve on, in addition to increasing my enunciation and perhaps slowing down a little bit. All the feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, and lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.